If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there. The Warriors just won the NBA championship, and someone made an article about NBA 2K23 that I actually thought was pretty interesting, and I want to talk about it. ¿Qué pasa to the Pack? It is Pack here,
AKA your mama's best friend, your daddy's worst nightmare.
So this article claims that Steph Curry should have the highest rating in NBA 2K23. Now, I'm going to talk about it right now and give my thoughts on it. If you like this kind of content when it comes to NBA players or 2K ratings and stuff like that, please join the Pack and subscribe. And final thing, I'm sorry if I'm a little raspy and I'm a little tired. I have COVID, so I'm a little sick, but I'm doing okay. Let's get this video started. I want to read exactly what they say first, and then I want to give my thoughts on it, right? This is by Frank Mueller on FansidedAppTrigger.com, and he says, Steph Curry should have the highest rated player in NBA 2K23, and this is what he says. Giannis Antetokounmpo was the highest rated player in NBA 2K22 at a 97 overall. But this is because the Milwaukee Bucks won the 2021 NBA championship. Giannis Antetokounmpo is one of the most talented players in the NBA, but I do believe an NBA championship did help his cause to reach a 97 overall by a small margin. With that being said, I believe Steph Curry is going to have the honor of being the highest rated player in NBA 2K23. He then says the NBA 2021 NBA championship is eerily similar to the NBA 2022 championship in relation to the NBA 2K video games. Bucks win 2021 championship and Giannis wins the 2021 Finals MVP. Giannis goes on to get a 97 overall rating in NBA 2K22. So now the Warriors win the 2022 NBA championship, Steph Curry wins the 2022 NBA Finals MVP, and Curry goes on to get at least a 97 overall rating in NBA 2K23. Now, this is a little odd for me. I think he's kind of forgetting a couple things here. I understand what he's trying to say, that that was the hardest sneeze in my life. Oh my God. I understand what he's trying to say. Giannis wins the NBA championship and a Finals MVP. He's declared the best player in the NBA and gets a 97 overall rating. Curry does the exact same thing this season, right? And so he's trying to say that the best player in the NBA is usually the guy that wins the championship and wins Finals MVP. If you look at the year prior, it was LeBron James, which I think we can agree he was at the time. In 2019, it was Kawhi, and that was definitely a conversation. In 2018 and 17, it was KD, and that was definitely the conversation. And 2016, it was LeBron, and yes. And so you go back every year, and you look back, and you go, okay, there's definitely a correlation to that, especially because recency bias kicks in, and we just assume that someone's good because they're winning right now. Sure, I hear you. But I think with Giannis, it was a little different. He was also a multiple-time MVP just recently, a Defensive Player of the Year just recently. He was the best player in the NBA on both sides of the court. So, yes, he had the highest rating. It was not only because he won a championship, but because he was getting the individual accolades. Steph Curry hasn't gotten an MVP in multiple years now, or a scoring championship or anything like that. So, to just say because Curry won a championship, he should therefore be the best player in the NBA, that's not how it works. But I do agree on one thing. Curry is probably the best player in the NBA. Not because of what he's saying, but because of my reasoning. He won an NBA championship against a fair NBA league where everyone didn't have a super team, right? The Warriors were injured all season still. People were coming back or leaving because of injuries. Steph Curry, I think, had this is his worst championship talented team ever. And he won in Finals MVP because he was by far the best player, carrying this team pretty hard. Yes, Andrew Wiggins had a good Finals, but still, Curry by far showed us that he is in the conversation as best player in the NBA. Is he a defensive force like Giannis is? No, but does Giannis have the offensive creativity that Curry does? No, but Giannis is more dominant. But then again, Curry, you could argue, is dominant from the three-point line. So there's definitely arguments you can make here. In my personal opinion, I'm not confident to put Curry over Giannis. I think if Giannis and Curry had the same rating at a 97 overall, I'm personally okay with that. But to say that he is better than Giannis, or to say that Giannis needs to go down because he didn't win a championship, when in reality, the only reason the Bucks didn't go to the finals is because Chris Middleton was injured, I think that's ridiculous. I think there's no way in saying that. And what about LeBron? LeBron put up best player in the NBA numbers last season, and yes, he had a bad team, but what happens if AD's healthy next season and they actually start playing well and winning, and he puts up the same numbers? that makes the case again that LeBron James is still the best player in the NBA that we've been saying for the past couple years. What about KD? KD, every single season we say is probably the best player in the NBA. But I know he's a 96 overall, but let's just be real. When they're winning, he's a 97 overall. What about the MVP, Nikola Jokic? Back-to-back MVP, by the way. What about him? This dude can do everything, and on top of that, he's about to have a good team next season because everyone's going to be healthy. What about Joel Embiid, who's one of the most dominant players just like Giannis? So there's so many NBA players that are so good right now. To sit here and say, oh, Curry should be the best because he won an NBA championship and won Finals MVP, that's just not how the NBA is right now. It is so stacked. There's so many good players. I wouldn't even be upset if they gave Jokic, Embiid, KD, LeBron, Giannis, and Steph Curry all the exact same rating at a 97 overall. I honestly wouldn't argue with that. But if anything, they better not give Curry a better rating than everyone. So either I want all of them to have the same rating, or at minimum, Giannis and Curry have to have the same rating. I do agree that Curry should probably have the best rating in 2K. Like, I'm not opposed to that at all. I think that that is okay with me, but I'm not okay with saying he's the best player in the NBA compared to everyone, right? That's all I'm saying. I think overall he's not necessarily wrong. I'm happy with it. I'm happy for Curry. I guess I'm going to talk about my NBA final opinion now that it's kind of over and I haven't really talked about it yet. I'm happy for him. If you've been watching this channel, you know that I called the Warriors having a chance to win the championship, even though a lot of people thought they weren't even going to be good this year because last year they were so bad, but people forget that the injuries were so bad last year, but whatever. I knew the Warriors were going to be competitors. I thought it was either going to be them or the Suns in the finals against the Bucks, but the Bucks got injured and the Suns choked the bag real hard. So, of course, the only other option was the Warriors. So I could say that I predicted the champions. Not really, but I'm happy for them. I think this is Curry's first like legitimate championship. I'm not trying to be a hater, but like the first one he won, Cleveland was really hurt. The second and third one he won, KD had joined a super team and it wasn't really fair anymore. But this is the first one he won it in a fair NBA. He was the best player on his team by far, and the rest of the team was low-key struggling. This was not a super team at all. This was a team that was kind of struggling through the year, and still Curry was able to find a way to win a championship with his team. Is very impressive and puts him, in my opinion, as a top 10 all-time NBA player. But that's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Do you think Curry should be the highest player rating in the NBA? Let me know. And if you like this channel, please give it a sub. I'll see you guys next time. If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there.